When Daniel first met Sarah, nothing about it felt like a movie scene. There were no fireworks. No instant soul-deep connection. Just a quiet, polite conversation in the corner of a crowded bookstore. But then, something happened. Over the weeks, Daniel noticed that Sarah listened differently. She didn't wait for her turn to speak. She leaned in, not with her body, but with her heart. They started meeting often, not because they were chasing romance, but because it felt safe. It felt real. Months later, love quietly crept in, not loud, not demanding, just steady. The kind of love that doesn't shout, but stays. Life, of course, wasn't gentle. Daniel lost his father suddenly. Sarah sat with him for hours, sometimes in silence, sometimes whispering stories about life beyond loss. And when Sarah's business collapsed the year after, Daniel didn't try to fix it with false optimism. He held space for her fear. He respected her strength while reminding her she didn't need to carry it all alone. There were fights, sharp words at midnight, doors closed a little too hard. But even in anger, they never crossed the lines they couldn't return from. They didn't weaponize secrets. They didn't tear down what they built. Years passed. The excitement of early love faded, as it always does. But what replaced it was richer. A quiet loyalty. An unshakable respect. A deep intimacy born not from perfection, but from persistence. They celebrated wins, a promotion, a niece born, a first house together. They endured losses, miscarriages, layoffs, family betrayals. But they never stopped seeing each other. Daniel, with his calm, masculine steadiness, never tried to shrink Sarah's wild, creative fire. Sarah, with her fierce, feminine intuition, never tried to soften Daniel's strength into something safe and small. They grew, together and apart, learning that true love is not merging into one person, but standing strong, side by side, choosing again and again, the same person even as both evolve. And decades later, sitting on a park bench, watching young couples walk by hand in hand, Sarah whispered, "We didn't fall in love once. We fell in love 1,000 times, with the same person." Daniel smiled, eyes damp with years of laughter, loss, and loyalty. Because then that was the secret. Not perfect timing. Not perfect compatibility. But one powerful thing every strong relationship has in common. They never stopped choosing each other. Lessons and reflections. 1. Love is a daily choice, not a permanent feeling. Feelings fade. That's not failure, that's biology. The dopamine rush of early romance isn't meant to last forever. What lasts is choice. The quiet, daily decision to stay, are not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Think about it, every strong couple you admire isn't still together because every day feels magical. They're together because even on the days it doesn't, they choose loyalty over escape. 2. Respect protects love from destruction. Every couple fights. Every couple disagrees. But not every couple fights fairly. Daniel and Sarah never let anger turn into cruelty. They argued, but they protected respect. Without respect, even deep love can rot. Words can't be unsaid. Trust can't be fully rebuilt. But when respect remains intact, love survives storms. It may bend, but it doesn't break. 3. Masculine and feminine energy aren't enemies, they're dance partners. Sarah didn't try to change Daniel's calm, logical, protective nature. Daniel didn't try to dim Sarah's emotional, intuitive, nurturing fire. Too often, couples fight not over values, but over essence. Trying to reshape someone into a mirror of yourself kills the very polarity that drew you together. Strong relationships honor difference, and turn it into balance. 4. Loyalty is built in the dark, not the light. Anyone can love you when life is good. The real proof of love is when everything falls apart, and someone stays. Sarah stayed when grief made Daniel distant. Daniel stayed when failure made Sarah doubt her own worth. Love built only in sunlight dies when the night comes. But love tested in the dark learns to see without light. 5. Growth must be shared, even when it's separate. Notice, Daniel and Sarah didn't lose themselves in each other. They didn't fuse identities. They grew as individuals, but they never grew away. Strong relationships aren't about becoming one person. They're about becoming two better people, whose paths remain intentionally intertwined. End with a soft, reflective tone. So maybe the one thing every strong relationship has in common isn't magic. It's choice. It's respect. It's the courage to keep building, even after the butterflies die, because what comes after is better. Love, in the end, is not about never falling apart. It's about always finding your way back, together. And that wraps up our time today. If this added something good to your day, please like and subscribe. It really helps me keep sharing more of these moments with you.